Hey everyone, this is WeirdWin911. Welcome back to Infamous 2. In this episode, we're going to be covering DLC and UGC. So, starting things off, what the hell is in my bag? This is part of the DLC, Amp Skins. In this case, I'm using the Caveman Club. So I'm going to be using this time to use DLC missions and UGC missions in order to show off the various skins as well as the concept of DLC and UGC in general. So, using the Caveman Club, we're going to be taking on this mission, Checkpoint.
The militia have set up a bunch of blockades. Take them out.
As you heard from Zeke, our goal here is to take out a total of 3 militia groups. Armed with the Caveman Club, of course. Not entirely sure how much I'm going to be using it, since there's so many. I think a melee assault would be suicide. Oh yeah, wait, I have 3,000 experience. Let's go ahead and get quicker combos. So in terms of the DLC missions, because the DLC missions are like the most inconsequential thing. They are there, but they are inconsequential. But, yeah. There's 3 of them, as we'll cover in this video. Hopefully. I mean, that is the plan. But, oh shit. We've got a problem there. There's our first group. Let's see what we can use on these guys. I could just go for the ionic power. Probably vortex, but let's go with the grenades. At least it's the militia, so they have no chance of getting up here. So I think as long as you have the high ground, you're good to go on all 3 of the parties of militia. Just make sure you don't get hit in the face with a rocket. That's probably the worst thing that could happen. Alright, we have 1 guy left, so a thunder drop should do. I haven't been using that much, well, at this point it's the past tense. I didn't use that much throughout the playthrough. Mostly because it's nigh unnecessary. Anyway, let's go in with an ionic freeze, actually. Just sidestep these guys. Ooh! And 6 kills. Woot. Oh wow, the icicles can get bounced around. That's just the display of the quicker combos that I did right there. As you can see, I just hit the militiaman twice, and they were able to go down almost no problem. Alright, last group. And I'm gonna want to come at them by getting them off guard, rather than charging in head on, because this one has a bunch of turret guys who can already see me. God damn. Maybe if we go for the vortex. Bada bing, bada boom. We have 1 more guy here. And that 1 more guy is gone, so checkpoint is complete. As you can see, these are just displayed by... well, no, displayed? No, what am I talking about? These are treated as ordinary side missions, as you can tell by the fact that they're yellow. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the next mission, the Exterminator. Now, armed with Sly's cane, yes, that is one of the DLC amps, we are gonna take on The Exterminator, right in front of this subway. Huh. Didn't think they'd get licensing deals with Subway just for this. And I don't even think they do $5 footlongs anymore.
My buddy needs some vermin exterminated. I told him you'd help him out.
Zeke, who do you think I am? I'm a frickin' superhero, not your everyday laborer. Ugh, well, I guess he was just a bike courier before, but that's before he got his superpowers. Now he is Thor. But since the mission demands it, let's go in front of this door. Holy shit! Why are there so many enemies? Why are there so many enemies? Anyway, so the strategy here is to use your Alpha Blast. Or just any blast, really, but the Alpha Blast comes out the quickest with the most widespreadness. The mission isn't really all that hard when you do it like that. There are 50 of the spikers overall, and they go down pretty easily. Or was that? Well, I'm sure that was... No, it was 48. Interesting. We never got around to using Sly's cane, but here's what it looks like electrified. It's pretty nice. Anyway, next up, Masquerade. This sword, it's so freaking plain. I mean, look at it. At least the Caveman Club was intricate, and the Sly cane, well, that's obviously a reference. This is just a random samurai sword. I mean, when Cole electrifies it, it looks damn cool. At the very least, I can pretend to get my Raiden on as we take on Masquerade.
Hey man, some of the militia are disguised in the park nearby. Go check it out.
Wow, that is the exact same voice clip as in the last Masquerade mission. You'd think they'd bother to name the mission differently and give Zeke a new voice clip. I guess you can't win them all. Anyway, let's get this over with. Sorry, I had to get my obligatory bad early Metal Gear Rising Raiden out of the way. I don't like how gravelly he intentionally makes his voice. But, yeah. I mean, it's like some people might claim it's cool, but it just doesn't sound all that natural to me. Anyway, no, I'm not frickin' dying. You're mine. Even though I didn't use the Stormbringer. So that's Masquerade complete, using the electricity katana. Yay! So now we're going to be taking on the UGC mission, since that was all 3 DLC missions. We're going to start things off with a mission all the way up here in the Swamp Bayou. The Invincible Cole's Swamp Battle. So if you thought the sword was a bit underwhelming, look at this. This is the solid gold amp. It is exactly what it sounds like, just the amp except made out of gold. Not that impressive, but at least the lack of impressiveness will make it so that I can focus more on the first UGC mission. The Invincible Cole's Swamp Battle. This is going to be the first step in showing off what exactly UGC is capable of. So first things off, we're going to head towards our waypoint here. And apparently, according to the mission description, we're going to be A, invincible, and B, have unlimited energy. I'm going to use that to my advantage. Let's just kill everything. Because there's so many things on the screen, so much so that even the sound is skipping. Isn't that always lovely? Well, let's kick things off with an ionic vortex. And another ionic vortex. Wow, that's still just jacking shit to these guys. Oh my god, it's so loud. So freaking loud. Let's position ourselves for the next ionic vortex. And let's get these freeze rockets out to take care of these guys. We don't need to worry about health since, you know, Invincible and all that. So, yeah. And for that matter, we can just spam the freeze rockets. So that makes this a pretty damn easy UGC level. It's just showing off that the liberties go so far as allowing you to have unlimited energy and unlimited health, I suppose. But trust me, it gets more extreme. Like, a lot more extreme. Which will be showing off later. And by later, I mean just about now, because as soon as I freeze this guy, the Invincible Coal Swamp Battle is complete. Woot. Thank you, Gold Wars, for creating this mission so that I may show off UGC. Alright, next, we're gonna be taking on the mission, The Cage. Well, like Johnny Cage? What the hell, a Reaper? I thought those guys were only in Empire City. No, this is just a character skin for Cole. Yes, now that we're done with all the DLC AMP skins, we're now gonna be delving into the DLC Cole skins. Character skins, if you will. There's 3 of them in total. The first one I'm going to be covering is, as you can see, the Reaper. A nice little callback. Kinda weird what the hell? No. Kinda weird considering the fact that I'm good. You'd think this would be a good skin for evil, but, oh well. They're available. All the costumes and AMP skins are available for both karmic alignments. So that's interesting. Without further ado, let's take on The Cage. Generated by CJon. In this corner, we have the Reaper! And on the other side, a horde of corrupted! Are the fighters ready? Alright, then let's get ready to rumble! This is a melee-centric mission. So, why I didn't use one of the AMP skins here? But, it's a nice little fight between monsters, I suppose. And okay, quicker combos is kind of working to my detriment here, since it's making it so that I get to the ultra finisher before just the finisher. So that slowed me down a bit, but it's fine. I beat it. It's not that long, but I wanted to show off that cage and the opening walkway as a demonstration of the ability of users of the UGC to construct and create new structures. Particularly those, like, that looked like, I don't know, maybe like a ragtag fighting arena, but it's still pretty impressive. But things aren't limited to just battles and such. No. There's much more liberty to it than just fighting more enemies that we fought the entire game. And we'll be showing that off in this mission. Run as fast as you can. Hey, speaking of things that we saw in Empire City, look! It's Cole in his old costume. This is what Sucker Punch calls classic Cole. It's just him in his Empire City jacket. Nice and nostalgic. And we're going to be using it as we take on Run, Run as Fast as You Can. User-generated content by General Guy 41. Pass through all the rings and get to the finish line before time runs out. When you see a yellow bar like the arrow over there, up top, that means jump. Okay, and let's do this. We have to go through the rings. Solve my maze. Except it's much more automated than Superman 64. And much better, too. Because last I checked, we never had to deal with any sort of awkward flying controls in this game. I mean, the most flying we ever did was using the static thrusters with a bit more force. At least we don't have to do that. Here, it's just a grind fest. And very reminiscent of the train tracks that we used in Infamous 1. Nice little unification, I suppose. But, as I was saying about how complex UGC missions can get, this is a demonstration of how UGC can be used to create these race courses, which are pretty creative. Because, like, the only sort of race courses in the main game are the overcharge missions. And those are just jump, you don't even need to be all that fast, just make sure you're not touching the ground. So it's nice to see that with the power of UGC, we can get more variety than perhaps anyone ever thought possible, with just the Sucker Punch devs trying at it. Now, granted, it can be a bit rugged when you use UGC, but when people do it right, it can be pretty fun. Whoa, use the launch pole. This mission is pretty long, not gonna lie, but it's still a good time to talk about how UGC works, because UGC missions are quite complicated to construct. Not even I know the entire, like, setup with it. But when you find people who know what they're doing, it can create a damn good time. So if you have Infamous 2, I highly recommend, like, I don't know, maybe Googling, like, the best UGC missions. That's what I did. And along with my own searching, that's how I constructed the missions I wanted to do for this video. Making it so that everything I do is a bit more structured than it might otherwise be. And the structure is nice. So, take a moment to appreciate Infamous 2's great sense of humor. Well, this is just calling to the movie theaters that have the references on them, like Halo Reach. So, I already covered that. We don't need to worry too much about that. Solid Serpent, you saw there on the corner. They're pretty clever. Anyway, let's see if I can get to the real finish line before the mission ends! Yes! Haha! Did it. Anyway, thanks General Guy 41. You're the best. So now, at long last, let's take on one more mission, since there's one more skin for Cole I have to show off. Handcrafted Boss Battle 2, Beta 1.3. What the hell? Kessler's also back! No, that's just a skin for Cole. The final skin that I have to show off here, Kessler. Looks pretty cool in it. This one makes sense that he has blue lightning, unlike the Reaper skin. So, Kessler couldn't take on the Beast, but he can take on this UGC handcrafted boss battle too. Beta 1.3 by TheDragonmind. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. Things start off, and holy shit, look at that thing. This is what you can do with UGC. This person constructed an entire Colossus out of UGC parts. And the goal here is to... why can't I... Okay, Bolt Stream. The goal here is to explode some of these propane tanks. This serves as the boss's health, since you kind of have to use some method in order to keep track of health when you can't really program actual health onto this guy. Anyway, I'm going to refrain from using the lightning tether in this mission, just so that it can be a bit more epic. There are things in there that I don't want to deal with. So, let's just get on over here. And here's another propane tank. Thankfully, the propane tanks don't deal damage to you if you're too close to them. Alright, that's all but one. But where could it be on this massive Colossus? Got all of them in the head. Not in this blade here. Or in that arm... Wait. Is it in that arm cannon? No! Otherwise, this mission would already be done. Instead, we have to go where I didn't want to go. Up over here. So we can just shoot this shield away. That has some spikers? Interesting, but they don't take damage. Instead, we want to shoot this propane tank and finish this thing off. Aw, yeah, it's completely gone, and handcrafted boss battle 2 is complete. Kessler certainly defeated that beast. Haha, yeah. Anyway, once again, thank you, TheDragonmind. And that's everything. Everything I wanted to show off anyway. Obviously, there's a plethora of UGC missions available, but I'm not gonna delve into all of them. You can check them out yourself, since I've recommended so many times that you should get this game. And if you get the game, you can experiment with the UGC yourself. But I just wanted to give you a taste of what was in this game, because obviously I don't have the capacity to play them all and be able to properly manage this channel, because I kind of want to get to other games. And speaking of which, we're done. Like, completely done. Like, even if you wanted to watch, like, extra content beyond killing the beast, we're done. So, as Kessler looks over at the gasworks, I'm ending this LP here. This is Wayward Wind 9-1. Thanks for watching this LP of Infamous 2, and have a great day.